When Michael bought his first computer, he paid for everything once. The computer, the software, the games, the movies he watched. Once he paid, it was his. No reminders, no monthly emails, no automatic renewals. The transaction ended the moment the purchase was complete. Back then, ownership was simple. You bought something, and it belonged to you. Years later, Michael upgraded his laptop. The new machine was faster, more powerful, but something strange had changed. The software he needed was no longer sold. It required a subscription. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars up front, he only paid a small monthly fee, $10 for music, $15 for movies, $20 for software. It felt cheaper, more flexible, almost convenient. But slowly, without noticing, the number of subscriptions grew. Streaming services, cloud storage, productivity tools, fitness apps, online learning platforms. Even the antivirus software renewed automatically every year. None of the payments were large, but together, they became permanent. The money didn't leave his account once. It left every month. At first, Michael assumed this was just how technology worked now. But the subscription model wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate redesign of the modern economy. For decades, companies made money by selling products. Convince a customer once, complete the transaction, move on to the next buyer. But subscriptions changed the incentives. Now companies didn't want a one-time sale. They wanted a long-term relationship, predictable income, reliable monthly payments. Investors loved it. Instead of guessing next quarter's sales, companies could calculate their revenue almost precisely. So the model spread. Software became software as a service. Movies became streaming platforms. Music became digital libraries. Even storage became cloud subscriptions. But here's where the story becomes more interesting. Subscriptions didn't just change technology. They started changing ownership itself. Printers began requiring subscription ink. Home security systems required monthly monitoring plans. Even cars started introducing subscription features. In some models, the hardware already exists inside the vehicle, but certain functions remain locked unless you keep paying. Heated seats, advanced navigation, driver assistance systems. The product sits in your driveway, but access stays conditional, and that's when the shift becomes clear. The modern economy is quietly moving from ownership to access. Instead of owning tools, people rent them. Instead of buying media, they stream it. Instead of purchasing software, they log into it. But there's a deeper twist most people don't notice. Subscriptions don't just generate revenue. They create dependence. Michael's photos are stored in the cloud. His music playlists live on a streaming platform. His work documents are saved inside subscription software. Cancel one service, and part of his digital life disappears. Leaving becomes inconvenient, not impossible, but disruptive. That friction is intentional. The subscription economy works best when customers stay inside the system, not because they are forced, but because leaving interrupts their routines. And this is why subscriptions have spread across industries. For companies, it creates stability. For investors, it creates predictable revenue. But for users, it creates something else: permanent spending. Small payments that repeat, month after month, year after year, until they become invisible. But the biggest shift isn't financial, it's psychological. In the past, spending was occasional. You bought something, and then you were done. Now, spending is continuous. Your life is supported by systems that renew automatically. Streaming, software, cloud services, apps, subscriptions quietly transform ownership into something temporary. Access replaces possession, and the modern consumer becomes something slightly different, not just a buyer, but a long-term subscriber. Which leads to a strange question. What happens when most of your life runs on subscriptions? Because the real cost of a subscription is never monthly. It's cumulative. $10 per month feels harmless, but over 5 years, that same service costs $600. Multiply that across dozens of subscriptions, and suddenly the modern economy looks different. Not a world of purchases, but a world of continuous rent. And once you see it that way, something changes. You stop asking, how much is this per month? You start asking, how many parts of my life am I renting? Because the subscription economy didn't just change how companies sell products, it changed how we live with them.